So today we're going to talk about a really quick topic, one of our quick tips here, how to add a record to a gallery from a Canvas app, PowerApp. So let's go ahead and jump right to this. Again, mark this as a reference for you, so when you forget how to do this, you can come quickly back to here to this video and view it. So this is what we're going to talk about today, so let's get started. So here is the code itself. So if you need the code, just press pause on your video and now you've got all the code. But let's go ahead and walk through what that looks like in the real world here. So here we have, as you can see here, we have a plus sign. This is our add new record area. Now we haven't adjusted this, but we could just say here, add new record. Okay, so there's a few things that you need to be aware of. First of all, what is the name of this gallery? So that's the first thing you want to do. So we can click here and see what the name of the gallery is. It's task timers. And then we need to see where the data is coming from, and it's task timer where it's coming from. We could also look at items and see that it's task timer that it's coming from. And now we're sorting on field 7, which is the due date field. So we'll get to that in a minute. So that's first thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do is write down what this is. What is the name of that field? And make sure it's the right field. Remember, if you've got the wrong field, I'm going to talk about that at the end of the video here. So we'll troubleshoot some things and give you some kind of hints. Next thing you need to do is add an icon. Now I happen to have an icon that I added over here that I use on most of my stuff. So you could do that, or again, there's the insert button where you can just search for add, and right there's some add buttons, okay? All right, so good. Now we're gonna go ahead and patch this in. So we're gonna use the patch command. It's gonna be on select. And remember, we said we need to understand where this is coming from. So we know that it's coming from tasks timer. I always put in my gallery name what the name of the list is so that it's easy to find. Then this right here is the name of the list, defaults, and then the name of the list, comma, and then squiggly bracket there, task, which remember we said was right here, task, new record, close. That's it. And then when you start this and you go up here and click the plus sign, you're going to receive a new record. Now, the new record went to the bottom in this example, and you can see it right there. And then if we click on it, we can go ahead and notice here, we can, and some of my screen's off a little bit, but we can go ahead and add in information that we need on this screen. So how do we troubleshoot this? So when we put in the word, for example, let's go back to that screen, that gallery screen. So when we put in here that we're going to enter the task, so if that's all you needed, thanks, come back again, mark this as a reference. Now we're going to do some troubleshooting. So if you, here's a couple common things. Here we're putting in this dash so that we know that it will sort. So if you look here and you do the sort, right, this is under items for the gallery. Remember, I've selected the gallery here. Now I've chosen to do it on field 7. So why field 7? Well, field 7, I happen to know, is the follow-up field. So if I go back here, the follow-up date, whoops, right here, 12/10, follow-up date, it's sorting by that, right? So my follow-up dates. I could sort on literally, I could sort on anything. And I could, if I wanted to, sort on this enter new record. If I sorted on the task name, well, let's just do it here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So we're going to remember field 7. I'm going to control X that so I can see. And then we're just going to put in task and see if task comes up. Okay. Okay, so notice that task, although we know that it's the field, it does not seem to be coming up for us. So why is that? Well, sometimes it's off a little bit. So let's go ahead and troubleshoot through this. If we click here and we go to task timer and we say edit data. And you can't see, but it's pulling it up, and you'll see there. Then we're going to go up to the, I guess I better put this down so you can see. So you go up here to the gear and you say list settings. Now, we're going to go to task, the first one here. We're going to click on it, and now we're going to see what the name of that field is. Now notice, although it's represented within PowerApps as task, and in fact, in the add, it successfully recognized it as task, but for some reason, and you see the column name's task, but for some reason, it's called title. Now that's because of the way we set it up, but field equals. So this is the troubleshooting that you need to kind of get ready for. It's title that we're looking for. So now we're going to just go in here. Notice it's all red squiggly lined because it's not very happy with us. Let's just go ahead and go to title. Oh, there it is. It appears for us. Title. Now we can see here, we need to put in a comma there, and then we have ascending. Now notice, enter new record is at the very top because we said to enter the new record. We told it right here in our add button, we told it right here to go to task, okay? Now, do you remember the field? So the field was field 7. So let's see if field underscore 7 is here and see if we can put a date in there with today's date. So we can get pretty creative. I guess I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. See another video on this. But you can put a date in here and enter the date so that if you're sorting by date, which we are in this instance, whoops, we're sorting by date, so remember that's here, right? Under the gallery, right there. We want to sort this by date, which is field 7 in this example. There you go. So we could do all types of things now. What we want to do is enter the date in to put today's date under follow-up. So view other videos on how to do that. That's a trick, and it's pretty easy to do. So hopefully that helped. This was supposed to be a quick tip, turned into a 7-minute video. I apologize for that. We basically went over how to add this patch and add a new record into your gallery. Good luck.